Welcome. Let's get into it. Well, then, yeah, get on here. Dun, 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 dun. Let's make this bigger. So we mapped this out perfectly for those of you that were on the live stream yesterday. Remember, we talked about the support bounce. We already had it drawn out right here, about 553 and change. That was the opportunity to add that contract. It went as low as $4.60. It is currently at about $5.50. So that trade itself is already up about almost 20% off the highs to 556. And now we have ridden this 20-day slow moving average, and now we're just waiting and watching here. This chart actually looks better than I thought. I don't like that sell-off because the volume's not there to really indicate any sort of greater move. We talked about 550 being our kind of bottom dollar support that we saw yesterday, and we're not seeing it today, which is a good sign. You can see that this is kind of ranging out here, 554 and a half. So I would say that the trade played out for 15-20%. If we get the downside move here, that would be pretty cool. We could trade this both ways. I just wanted to get on here because I know we talk about it a lot, but a lot of people, when it comes down to it in the moment, struggle with the actual application of what we're trying to learn and understand here. So I want to make sure that this is something that everybody understands. I also want to pull up that Tesla chart here in just a minute. Today's interesting. Today is interesting. There's one more I wanted to look at. I can't. Which one was it? Amazon. All right. So I think we're going to zoom out a little bit. Let me get that trading view back up. That we have a great opportunity here. There's a sell-off. So let's see. We either get our fun put surprise. Oh, why is my mouse doing this? Which is right here, because on the hourly we're still not there yet with strength. That we might get to take those puts here. Let's get back to the 15-minute. See if we lose trend. This is the big moment. So these are the kind of inflection moments that you want to keep an eye on, because if we lose this, then we are dead in the water. I don't know. I hope you're not hearing an echo. It's unfortunate. So remember, we were talking about those, for those that are on the stream, that's the contract that we were looking at. Did not enter the position at this moment, not quite yet, because we need that confirmation. We either hold up here and the bullish trade is still in effect, or we come down here, and I think we're going to see 551, maybe as low as 550. I think it's very possible, but I'm liking what we're seeing right here. We already capitalized again. I gave you the trade yesterday. Those 559 calls were traded to 556.73 for about 20%. Remember, we talked about, we gave you the plan at market open. We wanted to see support bounce down here. We got it. Those contracts went down to about $4.50. They then ran to about almost $6. So you had a nice 20% plus on the table on that first trade. So that's one trade that turns so those contracts $400, 20%. So you made about $100 for 1 hour of your time. It's a beautiful thing. Okay, here we go. This is our critical moment here. See if we're following trend support and if we're going to bounce back up or if we're going to sink and sell off into the nothingness. It's very possible. Okay, watching this. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go down a little bit. Let's get a little more interest. So you guys remember this pattern I talked about? It's more of just understanding shape, right? Anytime we get that curl off or we push up and then we just slowly cascade down, I'm always a bear in that scenario. I don't like that shape at all. It's never good. Versus, as you can see here, we're seeing quite the opposite, right? The curls to the upside, and then obviously we got days of upside. So understanding this stuff, it's like the more ethereal parts of trading, but it is stuff you need to know. So sell side came in. I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these here, 360. And we're just going to watch and make sure that this test is confirmed. It's a little early, but I don't have a lot of time, so I want to make sure we get it. Ideally, we wait until we break below this trend line and then test back up. So you want to see this come down. You want to see it break down, and then you want to see it test back up. And this rejection right here, that's what you need to see for entry into the position before we go to, 550 and change. But I would say just based on how these are all rounding, we either get a springboard volume floods in and this thing pumps to 559, or it bleeds off into a slow, tumultuous death. But my vote right now is that we're going to see bearish either way. We've been prepared for both outcomes. So we made money on the bull run already. Our entry was either here or here. We mapped that out yesterday on the live stream. We didn't get as much upside here, but we did get 20% plus on those right there. Mm-hmm. Did anybody take that trade this morning? The bullish trade off of the support bounce as we mapped out on the stream yesterday? Anybody? Sí or no? Down. Okay. Again, this is the big moment right here. This test is the critical point. And let's walk this out to the daily. We thought we'd get a full test to 559 because remember, long term, we're trading up against the trend. Right now, we're underneath it, which is not favorable for the bulls. Although I will say the hourly doesn't look bad, other than getting washed out right there and right there, I guess. But then buyers picked it back up. It doesn't look that bad. I could see 550 holding. It's just really going to require a break above this the 20-day because otherwise we're bears. We take the bears trade. Maybe not bears. We take the bears trade. Let's do a quick flip to IWM. See how small caps still crushing. Look at that. Still crushing. I still can't believe that options trades up 1,000% on the IWM small caps. I'm liking the trade to 230 right now as well. As long as we stay above 218. So a great way to watch the SPY is to allow Apple to lead you. It always front runs the SPY. So if Apple holds up, we go up. Apple sells off, we usually go down almost always. See what stock. Oh, let's see what Stocks Buddy says. Stocks Buddy's still a bull above 554.23. I'd be inclined to agree. I would be inclined to agree. Looks like they are holding up here a little bit. That bullish trade still in effect. I just don't like that sell side volume. Like that's telling me that buyers coming in. This is getting exciting. Is the bull trade still in effect? Is it happening right now? Is that the support bounce that was needed? All right, I guess I am not going to take that put trade yet. I guess we're just going to wait. Although that would be the optimal place to get into the 559s. What are those trading at right now? Let's take a peek. So we are at support, so we can have an easy cut bait point. Back 470, 490. I'm going to take one. So I'm going to take one of that. So it looks like the put trade isn't happening. So we'll take this right here, 479. Could have gone closer to the expiration for the day trade potential because I do like a little bit of strength there. Update on TMO. Damn. Look at that. What do you mean update on TMO? I'm not in that, just FYI. Mr. Spare Change. Are you asking what do I think's going on with it? Oh God. There's a gap up, sell down. So I'd say you need to be above 560 for that to continue. Oh, TMUS? Yeah, that one's beating the shit out of me right now. T-Mobile, I don't know what the hell's going on. This chart is so positive, and I'm just getting my ass kicked right now. Like, look at that. What the hell is that? They're setting up, and then it just sells off. So we're getting close here to where it's becoming dangerous and needs to be cut loose. But as long as 175 holds, I think this should be all right, and then should just wean off over time. All right. Because the move is expected, so it's already accelerated quite a bit, which means that these will gain a ton as it moves even incrementally, which is why they're fantastic, but it does increase the price. Does increase the price. It's the only problem. Oh, look at that. Boom, baby. Come on, baby. Turn over for me. Come on now. Come on now. Turn over for me. It wants to. It wants to flip stocks, buddy, but it's just not letting me yet. 555. That would be good. Every time we've broken 555, we've pushed quite a bit. God, the degenerate in me would have loved to have taken like the July 24s. That would be so fun. July 24, 557s. Oof, that would be delightful. So that's what I'd be looking at for those that are consider themselves to be much more advanced. If you're new at all to options, if options aren't like a second nature to you, I would not mess around with that, touch it, play with it at all. I don't know why my mouse is being so slow. Cool, there's a couple hundred people here. Let's look at how's our Jamia doing today. So rejected at that 14 range, but crushing. I still can't believe we made a couple 100% on this one. Just phenomenal. Phenomenal. The difference means that so the 559 call is expected to so that's your strike price, right? So the call is based on if basically if you're asking that question, then I would really I would just watch, just kind of hang out, man, and but I would not put money on the line and join us, join the Discord. We could walk you through the options, all of it. The links at the bottom. Let's get you trained up before you start putting money on the line, my friend. I just don't want to see you lose. But the difference is just the difference in the strike price, meaning one is anticipated to hit 559, the other 560. 560 being further out of the money, it means that it's got to move more, it's got to move further for it to make you money. But it also means that because it's further from current price, if it doesn't move, if the stock doesn't move up, you're going to lose it even more quickly. So basically 560 would be even higher risk, right? Not that much difference, but it would be slightly higher risk. So I don't know. I have a feeling here that we're gonna get. I don't know. I have a feeling like it's gonna dither around and then and then we're going to get a nice little taste. So Apple is trying. This is what I love about stocks, buddy, man. Look at that. It already drew the trend line for you. You just got to draw. You just got to trace it. Look at that. It draws the trend lines for you. You just got to trace them out based off of validated highs and lows. So Apple could get rejected here. So everything is saying bearish, except for the weekly. It's still bullish above 222, but everything else is saying bearish in the medium term. We want to see this RSI hook on over. We want to see this. We want to see a little bit of a rejection here. This candle gets pushed back up. You don't want to see. You don't want to let. You don't want sellers to overwhelm here. It's definitely down, and then we're looking at those. In that case, basically, once we hit the pivot, we flip it over. Right? We're just trading the trend. And that would be the what was it? What was I thought I posted here? The 550 put. Sorry. Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be. Let's get to the 15 minutes. Mess around with this. This is going to be our make or break here. Like buyers did their best to hold up, but they were not able to drive any sort of momentum. But so it's going to have to happen here. If it doesn't happen here, then it's the put trade that's gonna make it happen. Let's keep an eye on small caps as well, which are booming. Booming. See that? Stocks Buddy copied my trade. I gave you that 1,000% options runner. We're at 200. Stocks Buddy saw that and decided to suddenly flip to bull signal, dude. Forget that guy. Google earnings. Thank you. I do have expensive taste. I've come to realize I'm bougier than I thought. Google earnings. Let's go look at that. I set that as an automatic order. I don't know where we're at right now. Let's go. For Google, that trade that I posted in the Discord, we needed to see it. Like 184.5. We really needed to see that hold and then break right about here. You can see that's also where we kind of topped out as far as the range goes. And right now it looks like downside is coming. That Google would be that'd be a hell of a lotto. Spy. Look. Now let's use Stocks Buddy the way it's intended. Look at that. Stocks Buddy draws the trend line for you. You just have to extend it out. Imagine. Technical analysis done for you. Unbelievable. You just got to Google Stocks Buddy indicator if you want to get on that. Let's go. Spy. Spy. Oh, it wants up so bad right now. Google, don't you dare drive this down. You son of a bitch. They're all going to drive it down. Yeah, it looks like the put trade is going to be the move here. Look at this price action. Apple's always a leader. So if Apple had reclaimed and then held here, we would be good. But it looks like everything's pointing towards the downside at this moment. We would have to see a reversal on a number of these before this is going to hit. So we got our put trade loaded up, though. It's the thing. That pivot is essential. It's once we hit that pivot, if we go below, then we flip to 550 puts. Dun, 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 boom, boom, All right, where now the trading we go? Okay, yep. So we're at a critical pivot here for the SPY. It's up or down. It's up or down right now. The good thing is, right at this pivot that we mapped out yesterday, we had all this planned in advance, right? Price goes below, we do run our put trade. Price goes above, we run our bull trade. Win, 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 win. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Because yeah, Apple's always going to lead, and right now Apple is down, down, down. But let's see if Amazon can hold us up here. So Amazon's booming today. Still in that December trade. Ooh, if we had Amazon and Microsoft holding us up here, I'd be pretty confident. I don't like that we don't have Microsoft, we don't have Apple. So the puts are probably going to pay. But let's wait and see. Everything about this chart says downside incoming, though. Let's see what our likelihood of hitting that 550 would be if we sell off. I think we'd probably be closer to 553. But if Microsoft turns around here with Amazon already ripping, I think there's a chance that SPY just turns up here. As long as we don't get a dead cat. We'd have to see most of these stocks reverse here. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. It's just a lot. There's always a lot going on. A lot to be done. I don't get to trade as much as I once did, unfortunately. Whoa, if we get a reversal here, that would be crazy. That would just be madness. Got everything inside me. So let's look. Okay. Apple would need to be over. I would pretty much just use this SMA as your guide point here on Apple. As we already mentioned, Amazon's having a brilliant day and looks like it's setting up for an even greater run. And then Microsoft might reverse here. So it looks like if Apple and Microsoft can turn around, SPY will get a nice push end of day. Because remember, it's just going to follow. It's just tracking. It's just tracking these. Now I need to make the decision if I want to load up those Amazon Decembers again, because we're right about where we were before. but we're struggling. So we need 189 plus. We need basically over 190, and Amazon should rip again. So a little touch on resistance right there. Nope. Stocks Buddy. Look at that. See, Stocks Buddy copied me. We drew that out. Stocks Buddy copied me. Little bastard. Little bastard. What are you guys watching today? What other stocks are on the watch list? Is anybody trading anything else at the moment? I do feel like Stocks Buddy is my son. That's a repositioning. I like that because then it makes me a little more proud. My boy's copying me. It's my son. That's my son. What's up with Ford? Ford is titillating to me. Ford is this was a gimme. We've broken this one down on the stream quite a bit. That's easy 40%er right there. Let's look at Ford on the monthly. Not bad. Ford may have some upside after all. Nice. Ken said I had a good medical today. I like that. How's that chart shaping up? Let's get that bad boy up here. That was the one I got to give Mr. Stock Lock Profits. Nice. I got to give him some love here. It looks like Stocks Buddy copied him. He's buying this at $100. It's up 300 something percent. So shout out to that guy. He crushed that trade. Let's keep that IWM in focus. It's having a hell of a day here. I'm really loving it. I'm really loving it. All right, let's stay focused here. Apple on the monthly is still unbelievable, but let's get a closer view. Looks like Apple wants back up. But I'm just not feeling that right now. I just feel like this is nonsense. It's not what you'd need. Microsoft, same thing. We're still trading red. Microsoft at least has the value of the moving average support, whereas Apple has lost it. So I think for Apple, again, leading is tough. But if Amazon and Microsoft can carry the water, I think we could see some upside. I think it's possible. So it looks like it's trying. But I don't think we're going to get a breakout here unless a number of these turn around for the day. Latvian DLTR. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to look. Is that Dollar Tree? Scumbags, man. You hear about all that Dollar General business going on right now? That documentary, they're just price gouging basically. Oh, that's a bottom of range guy. Interesting. Ooh, I hate when you show me stuff that is mapped on my own range. I hate Dollar Tree though. Just don't see how they're going to perform well, but my body's telling me no. My heart is telling me yes. That range could play out. Is it above or below your moving average right there? So I'll wait until that break above. I'd say it's a pretty tough sell right now, though. Long-term trend broken. Okay, so it's got to capture that long-term trend before anything material happens. All right, Sandeep asked about NVIDIA. Yes. Let's get in there for today. So NVIDIA is up against a pretty critical resistance here. Notice it just keeps bumping its head right here. This is going to be a point of struggle for NVIDIA in the coming months. Yeah, if you're in Bull's coaching group and he's starting that session, get on in there. You don't want to miss that. That's definitely it. That's the hit you need. Kenneth, thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. And yes, she is. She's the best. Best of the best. She's absolute premium. She's the absolute best. I appreciate you, my friend. I can't wait to see you in there. NVIDIA. So, yeah, NVIDIA could easily hold up today. It looks a little stronger than most. But again, like I said, that resistance is going to be pretty critical for us to surpass before we revisit 140. But above this blue line right here, we're heading back to 140. It's just a matter of time. Latvian, yes, I did. I did pack it just for you. So you can see that we opened actually higher, and now we're pushing back down. We're making an effort to buck that trend, but again, we're led by NVIDIA, Apple. Like if we see NVIDIA turn around, because I feel like NVIDIA's sentiment does impact macro market, and it did recapture support there. So you want to see this RSI cross over right here. You want to see that tick up, and you really got to see NVIDIA push 123 plus, or it's going to be a sideways day. So you asked the question of why is there resistance? It's just where buyers and sellers disagree on value, and the sellers are coming out ahead. So when it's trading above this line, you can see that it's got upside. When it's trading below it, it does not. It keeps getting bucked down. And then eventually we'll be pushed to this trend channel right here, which could be 115 to 120 support. It's basically the buyers have not overwhelmed. Like the buyers are just a little tired. Think of it like a race. Like the buyers have been trying, but they're just out of steam, out of money, whatever it is. The market doesn't agree that it's worth what it's worth. Because that's all this ever is. It's buyers and sellers agreeing and disagreeing on the current price. It's like a game of tug of war, right? Buyers on this side, sellers on this side. They both move in tandem, right? Which means that that pivot point, which is the middle of that rope, is the only thing that you need to look at. Because when the buyers are over the line and they have that momentum, you want to be on the buyer side. When they were on the seller side and they have that momentum, then they have the power. And again, as we mentioned yesterday on the stream, everybody's waiting on earnings. This week is pretty critical. And Google's after the bell. That's going to kind of set the stage here for what we can expect, you guys. So we might not see that much movement at all. Again, we were talking about capitalizing on a small segment. We already made our money on the calls. Now we're watching to see if that pivot gets violated again and that trade's valid again, or if we trade down. Oh, I just saw that Wiz walked away. I know Shai's been talking about that a lot. Wiz walked away from that deal with Google. They're getting paid 60 times their annual revenue, which is crazy. I don't even know what Wiz is, to be honest. Oh, it's CyberSec. That's why he's into it. That makes sense. Very interesting, though. Ken, I just seeing that Wiz news, I feel like that takes the wind right out of their sails, to be honest. And keep in mind that, like, earnings season now, it's like a decent earnings readout might underwhelm because everyone's still riding the high of Nvidia and these massive beats, so much so that it kind of creates an environment of unrealistic expectations. And when there's unrealistic expectations, it's very hard for a stock to continue to perform without posting like insane earnings. So looks like you're getting a little push on Nvidia. Let's check back in on Apple. Apple's getting rejected there at the SMA. It looks like the put trade might come into play here. Looks like that's the move. Unless Apple and Microsoft can turn around here. Unless, I mean, here's the thing. Weirdly, Nvidia seems to carry the market sometimes. So a little bit of strength on Nvidia might do the trick. But here's our pivot right here, guys. So let's watch it closely and have that trade locked and loaded because those puts can go quick. Ken, I really like that. It's time for the Tide to go out and see who's wearing a swimsuit. I couldn't agree more. It's just we need, and I agree with you that we need a washout. Like we need a little bit of a clean slate. I feel like the drug of Nvidia has just been too intoxicating and powerful for anyone to really get a clear readout of what they're looking at. And again, with those insane, like I'm talking incredible earnings beats, they've kind of just set the tone to where, like, if the rest of the market doesn't follow suit, they're not going to get any love, which is unfair conditions. But it's the world we live in. Nobody said it was fair. Shit, I gotta send this email right now. It's not good timing. 1 second. Yeah, Ken's on it, man. Ken's on it. Ken, are you in the Discord, my friend? There it is. There's a hangman star. Downside, it stays red, we get washed out. It goes green, we might not. The bulls just want to take it, don't they? Kenny Penny. I was just checking. I was interested. Kenny Penny. I like that. I like that a lot. If you guys are not in the Discord, links at the bottom. It's a free roll. Go claim it. Go make some money. Don't buy anything. Just make some money. Then come buy something. Gotta break that 555. It's just not happening. So again, I'm gonna have that put trade locked and loaded. Because if we do get that washout here, it's coming. And we'll get a nice quick move. I am actually quite curious to see if we get. Oh, buyers want a taste. Oh, I just don't see us going much lower than 554.20. But below 524.40, we did see 551. So that would be it. But NVIDIA is making a little bit of a stand here. So again, it's a waiting game. It's a waiting game. Let's go back to the 15 minutes. We're not getting any false signals here. No, it moves a little slower. Sometimes it's more fun watching the 5 minute. So you get a little more boom. And if you go to like the 3 minute, you get even more. Look at that. Get even more bang for your buck. But we're just not seeing the volume we need to see for a big breakout. I was hoping we get a nice little move here, though. We're just kind of stuck in purgatory. So let's map that right there. We want to see this. That's our break point. We want to be above 555 and a quarter, just about. That'll put us in a good position. Yeah, today's we mapped out the trade perfectly. We opened into, where was the open? Is it right here? Yeah, we opened right into we opened right into 552. So that's our support that we talked about for the calls. That was beautiful. Those were up. Even those 559s were up 20% plus on the run. I mean, shit. If you held them through, you actually got a $4 move. Remember, we talked about the SPY, those $4 moves. Those are critical. You got your $4 move. You got your pound of flesh. You should have made a good bit there. I asked if anybody took it. And it's like, I feel like we go through it and map it out, and then nobody takes the trade. It's madness. It's what it is. Madness. Again, SPY still trying, but to no avail. Oh my God. They won't let you do 3. It's ridiculous to pay all this money. They don't even let you do 3. So we got to keep flipping. Oh, looks like Apple might be doing it here. 15-minute turnaround. Now we don't have much upside because we got ascending resistance right here, but that does open up the SPY for a little bit of a move, which is pretty cool. So let's see it. If we get the pump, here it is. Looks like Amazon and NVIDIA are carrying the water for us today. But Amazon, oh, look at that. Hit resistance perfectly. 189. So we map that level out efficiently. Kristen, I know you do. I feel like you're the only one. Give her some love here. Chris has been crushing it. Carvana, yeah, we take a quick look for you, of course. Ooh, the daily's a little rough. Remember we gave this at $20 or 28? No, there it was. The breakout, 28. That was a missed opportunity right there. So, but as far as Carvana goes, that trend does look pretty stable. You really got two options. One being right here, and the other being this. You want to see it stay above this top one. You want to see it above this top one. And there's your failure. God, I hate when we get stuck in this little range. Interesting. So you guys have actually used it. I just don't see a huge upside for them in the future. All right, I got to pee really quick because I've been on the phone all day. 1 second. All right, thank God nothing happened. I'll never forget the one time I walked away. We had a SPY trade going live a few years ago, and it went down like 50%. Just because I walked away, we were watching a critical level, and then something came out, macro news, and just destroyed me. Just destroyed me. It was terrible. How much bigger does the chart get when you take me off? Is it any bigger or no? Let me take myself off. No, I guess it doesn't get any bigger. All right, I'm assuming that's sell side. Let's stay on top of Apple. Let's go. So what fell off? Was it NVIDIA? God, it is NVIDIA. It's just carrying this whole thing. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. So now we're going to watch right here. If we get the confirmation, then that put trade is the move. I have a feeling it's going to be. Because we just keep getting rejected there. A couple failed attempts, failed breakouts there. Just haven't happened. So. But Nvidia did reclaim that moving average. We just might have a boring day today. Everybody waiting on the back of Google. I think that's just the deal. Mm-hmm. So how's everybody doing this year? Forget the daily stuff. How you doing overall? Is anybody having a good year? Bad year? This has been my best year so far. And least amount of trades. What do you know about that? Fewest amount of trades, easiest money made. And video was a big part of that. Come on, man. Do something. Mm-hmm. I think this is where we get washed out. Damn, Christian. How much of that was the SPY day trades? I guess swing/day trades. That's beautiful. I love that. We love and appreciate you. It's glad somebody's finally taking my stuff, man. It's nice. I feel seen. All right. Ken, gonna be my best. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. This has got to be it here. This absolutely just has to be it. There's no way this continues at this pace. Let's see if it gets rejected here. Again, look at that. All in the back of NVIDIA. That's scary. That is a scary thing. Market being propped up on this one. You did just get the RSI crossover. Nice right there at 50. Wow, I'm not going to lie, I did degen and buy a little bit of that 557. Those are escalating quickly. I'm up $20. That's nice. And there it is. So we did break out above 555. Boom. Cool. I would assume that NVIDIA comes back up and tests here, but that would be the exit point. If you took the 557s, you should be up 7-8% now. And if SPY can continue, then you'll be up even more. These expire tomorrow, and they're going quick. Because I could have bought them as low as 80, so that would have been cool. It's got to hold up. That's only the 3 minutes. Let's get back to the one that matters. Bulls did pick up here. Held that trend support like a champ. So now the question is, do we remain in this channel as we wedge up on the back of Google? Let me pull up the NASDAQ to see what Google's expected. So they are expected, their estimated EPS is significantly higher than the last. More revisions up than down. So significant beat last quarter. If they get another significant beat, this could be a very powerful earnings. I think the market right now, to stay up at all, needs this. They would need strong positivity on the back of Google. God, the NASDAQ website sucks so much. Oh, wow. They have a retail equity tracker now. It says the buy sentiment on SPY is high, NVIDIA high, AMD high, Tesla's even. Interesting. Let's take a look here. Old Tesla. Getting that fish hook on Tesla. That's a good pattern to trade. 246. That's a good range there. 246, 260s. You really want to see Tesla hold up there. All right, Amazon doing okay. And last one, let's check Apple. I was hoping we could rip this trade more than 8-9% before we got to go here, because I got to meet with Pookie here in a minute to get my get some stuff set up. There you go. That 557's going for what is that? 11% now. Come on, I just want to see a chug. I just want to see this boom. Get a couple hundred bucks real quick. Head on out. Give me what I want. You guys ever flip to the smaller time frames to say that you feel like you're more likely to get what you want, even though it has no material change? It just gives you more stimulation. Does anybody ever notice that you flip to the smaller time frames for additional stimulation? Be very wary of that. See if you get the confirmation here. So it does seem like Apple does one up to some degree. We really need to see Apple and NVIDIA. We need to see everything curl on up at the same time. Oh, NVIDIA is failing the test. It's really got to push. God, this is scary how weighted this is by NVIDIA. Come on, give me a move, man. Give me a move. Yeah, I grabbed a little of the 57s and then which are tomorrow expiration. Like I said, much higher risk. And then what was the other one we had? The 559 call, which already went from sub 4 to 5, went as high as almost $6, and then came back around to entry 450 to 470, and that's currently up. It's at 490 currently. But this should be our we're looking for our confirmation candle, which is happening right now on the 15-minute on the SPY and is going the wrong direction. So this would be the confirmation candle on the 15-minute. Would be it getting rejected there and then holding up. If it breaks down and it continues to reject, then we are not going to let it ride any longer, and it will be dead. Yeah. All right, confirmation or rejection. Which one is it? Let's go. Don't give me more sideways. I want one of these boys, one of these boomsticks. Just because I want it doesn't mean I'm going to get it. But the setup is right here. We sold off the move every time we pushed up. So I think it's going to end up being downside, unfortunately. That's what we're looking like we got. Again, unless buyers can hold and then push back up here, then we might be in a different situation. Like I said, this is like almost following NVIDIA tick for tick. It's too weighted. I don't like it. Weighted too much. It's no bueno. Tick for tick, man. It's just all right. Sellers have picked up the pace. Looks like they want to drive price down, which is surprising because I thought the indecision would lead to a false upside more than it would lead to a false down, more than it would lead to downside. Thought we'd get that little pump before the dump. But for Google, I don't know why. I have a feeling there's a chance we can get a gap up on Google. I was mapping out their earnings, and pretty much every time we weren't, there it is, 185. So Google's already heading our direction on that trade I put in the Discord. It's like every time we were in the lower bands of the trend, we were getting an explosive move. I'm really tempted to hold that through earnings. Trying to decide if I want to close these 57s break even, because I'm just not liking how this is shaping up right now. I can't get distracted with Google. Actually, I'm just going to track NVIDIA because it looks like it's the key driver here, and the daily on NVIDIA is horrid. We are still above that SMA, so okay, our Google trade's up 15%. The one I posted in the Discord. That's exciting. That's an exciting thing. Wait, shit, I had this on Class A. I didn't even notice that. Well, that's exciting. We nailed Google pivot 184. Or was it? Wait. What the hell is going on here? Am I looking at what is the difference? What the hell's the difference between Class C and Class A as far as trading is concerned? I understand they have different voting restrictions, but I don't understand what they matter as far as does anybody know? Wait, why did Robinhood just flag me as this count has almost 200 grand in it, but it just flagged me as an individual, as a day trader? What the hell is that? There's 170 some grand in here. Why the hell are they bitching at me about this? That's dumb. They need to get out of here. They need to get out of my business. All right, so SPY looks like the downside trade is more likely to hit, but the range still isn't broken yet. I really would like to see that 554.5 violated before that put trade. I think would be a really good idea. This is fun. I'm glad we get to get in here and mess around. I'm sorry that we didn't get the moves that we wanted. I thought we'd get a little more excitement than 10, 11% on that day trade. But the Google trade did hit 15%, so that's also exciting. For those in the Discord, you had that alert. That was good stuff. I love y'all. Stay blessed. Bye-bye now.